Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Ezekiel chapters 32 through 34. Now, these chapters are going to move away from the imagery of Egypt's downfall, and it's going to move more to a shepherding kind of an imagery, where we see God's promises on full display. Let's take a look at chapter 32. This would be our final lament for Egypt. Egypt is a fallen monster, according to verses 1 through 16. Pharaoh has been likened to a great sea monster, once stirring up the waters, but now caught, dragged out, and left for the birds and the beasts. Egypt's destruction will darken the heavens and strike terror among many nations, primarily because most nations looked to Egypt for support and protection. When Egypt begins to descend into the grave in verses 17 through 32, it's pictured with this funeral dirge listing fallen nations like Assyria, Elam, Meshech Tubal, Edom, and Sidon, all these lying in waste with their armies. Egypt will join them, stripped of pride among the slain. There's no saving them. No empire is invincible. God's justice eventually catches up with every arrogant nation. Chapter 33 is all about the watchman. Ezekiel is known as the watchman prophet. God repeats Ezekiel's calling. If the watchman warns of danger and people ignore it, their blood is on themselves. But if he fails to warn, their blood is on him. Spiritually, Ezekiel must faithfully deliver God's word. A fugitive arrives in verses 21 through 33 with this devastating message: Jerusalem has fallen. Ezekiel's mouth, once restrained, is now open to speak freely. But the people treat his words like entertainment, listening but not obeying. God says they'll know a prophet among them when his warnings come true. In chapter 34, we see the condemnation of false prophets. Israel's leaders, their shepherds, cared for themselves instead of the sheep. They exploited the flock, neglected the weak, and failed to protect the vulnerable. God declares he is against them and will not sit by. He will hold them accountable. We then see this imagery turning to where God is the good shepherd, where the good shepherd is caring for the sheep. Imagery that we'll see echoed again and again throughout, even in the New Testament. That's where we're going to end today. The imagery that even in the midst of judgment, God is our good shepherd, judging the unfaithful and protecting the faithful. Be well, friends.